There's no books, there's no computer, there's no dictaphone, there's no fanciness. Wallahi, there's no pens for them. Look at you, you have everything, wallahi. If you don't have information, look, we can photocopy this paper and give you. Wallahi, there's no excuse for jahal. There's no excuse for jahal in these days, wallah. So even if you die on the shahada alone, let's say you take shahada, you died, and Rabbul Alameen will accept you. Did you know Khadija radiallahu anha? She doesn't even know about Siyam. Did you remember she died in Makkah? Yes. Khadija, the best wife of Rasulullah, the one who was a million-year, the beautiful al-Mu'mineen. She died in Makkah. She did not even know the Hajj. When she will come Yawm al-Qiyamah, see the Muslim being questioned about Hajj and Siyam is like, can you see this? Wallahi. So even you die upon Shahada alone, Rabbul Alameen says, وَمَا كَانَ اللَّهُ لِيُضِيعَ إِيمَانَكُمْ. Rabbul Alameen will not take your Shahada that you had in Him. He will not make you go to hell for this. He will not make you go stay in hell forever and ever. But alhamdulillah, we have dictaphones, we have, wallahi, this bayan that we do here, we're going to put it on YouTube. Sometimes we do one bayan, we have 60,000 hits. Isn't that amazing? When this brother asked me to come and do this bayan, I said, Habibi, I want first request. Can I record this program? He goes, I'll have a think. I was like, oh no, I'm in trouble now. Then he goes, fine, no problem. Immediately, wallahi, because every time we do this bayan, wallahi, we want the whole world to know. You never know who can take some guidance, wallah. Like I said, a few days ago, we used to worship stones. My dad was Hindu, we were Hindus. Now, alhamdulillah, we were privileged by the fadl of Rabbul Alameen. You never know who will take this message, wallah. You're giving this brother over and over and over and over and over. And then one day, this person looks like an earth angel. Says, when you become Maulana, oh no, you know, I attend this lecture and I'm like, proper next level now. So the person will not go to hell for his shahada. I realized during Ramadan, praying Taraweeh, that standing on the Day of Judgment is going to be very hard. Are there any people who will be sitting down? Wallahi, there's no one sitting in Yawm al-Qiyamah. The angels will be standing. Angel Jibreel will be standing. Everyone is standing. Everyone is sweating from their feet and to their knees and to their hair. And some people will be sweating here because the sun comes down over their head just a very short distance. The sun just comes down here. Many people, you say, oh, I like sun, but if you go to the Caribbean, you will never like the sun. You come back, you will proper dark, you know what I'm saying? Like the sun is not something good. Many people die. You go to Hajj. Wallahi, we lived 8 years in Saudi Arabia. You breathe hot air. It's like you live in an oven. Can you imagine cake baking in an oven? That's how, wallahi, I had hundreds, wallahi, many of my cassettes, they boil up, they roll up like this in Saudi. My cassettes with it, Shaykh Uthaymeen, Ibn Baz, and we used to have 15, 20,000 cassettes with these mashayikh, wallahi. 10, 1,500 cassettes because we want to live with them and we want to know about them. As soon as we take them cassettes, miskin, the sun burns it and melts the cassette. Sundays, no one is going to be sitting where you be sitting drinking some nice cappuccino. Wallahi, Yawm al-Qiyamah is not for this, wallah. So there's been no one standing on the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah. Everyone is running helter-skelter, sweating, running from fear and running from anger. And everyone, the Muslims will say, Ya laytani qaddamtu li hayati. Muslims will say, I wish I used to do some good deeds. Kafir will say, I wish I was dust. Rabbul Alameen, in front of the people, he brings two animals, the one with horn and the one that has no horn, that he says, take your revenge. And the one without the horn whacked him, and then Allah makes it turn to dust. وَيَقُولُ الْكَافِرُ يَا لَيْتَنِي كُنْتُ تُرَابًا. And the kafir, when they see this, they will say, I wish I was dust. I wish I was like this animal, so I turned to dust, no questioning. Can you see this? Wallahi, the adab is terrible in its punishment. What is the purpose and correct method for seeking Allah's guidance? Istikhara. This is two questions. Well, what is the purpose of correct method for seeking? Do we mean istikhara? How do we do istikhara? Is that what the question is saying? Yes? Yeah? Fine. If the question is this, then the correct method of doing istikhara is the companions used to do 2 raka'ah. So you have to do 2 raka'ah about an affair that you have no knowledge. So my man over here wants to get married to sister, don't want to say her name now. Respect. So then my man goes, he goes and he says, Rabbi, Rabbi. You know, he makes this 2 raka'ah, and then he lifts his hand and he says, and he makes a dua. In this dua, he has to say, oh Allah, if you know sister, shall I say the name? If you know she's good for me in my deen and my dunya, oh Allah, make it possible and make it a blessing for me. And Ya Rabbi, if you know this sister not going to be good for me in my deen and my dunya, keep her away from me. But you cannot be, you know what I'm saying, you're confused. And if you're going to have like 4,000 emails between you and the sister, then you're going to say, Ya Rabbi, shall I continue doing this emails with the sister? This adab, wallah. No good. Wallahi, istikhara is only for the good affairs, wallah. If you're not sure about something, then you make istikhara. Rabbi, I want to go study in Saudi, Al-Qura, Makkah, Medina. Ya Rabbi, I want to memorize Bukhari. Ya Rabbi, make the affairs easy. Ya Rabbi, I'm going to Bradford, listen to Imam Imran's bayan. If it's possible, Ya Rabbi, make it. Wallahi, istikhara is for anything good. And then Rabbul Alameen, what Rabbul Alameen will do is that when he will give you some signs. Maybe my man goes to bed now, he sees a beautiful rose. Maybe a white one, maybe a red one. So Rabbul Alameen gives you signs. And if you don't see any sign, then alhamdulillah. But your feelings. So then my man says, okay, Hamza, you know, I made an appointment. I have to go and see the sister's dad now, you know. Hey, but when did you do this? But you know, I made the proposal a few days ago and then I made my istikhara. And then her dad says, come forward, let's have a chat. So my man over there says, okay, fine, let's go. Hooray, let's go. So then on the way, maybe my one man's wheel just blow out. So then what you say now? You say, this is the way Rabbul Alameen has it. Can you see this? So on the way, he's taking him, but then Rabbul Alameen doesn't want him to meet. So Rabbul Alameen prevents it. Can you see the qadar? Wallahi, if we can understand qadar, hopefully one of these days, if it's possible, then we'll do a kalam on qadar. Wallahi, many Muslims, they drink poison, they slit their throat, they slit their wrists. I used to go working with a mental health hospital in NHS. It's a place where you have them pagalu, my pagalu ones. But not the pagalu when I used to work. I used to work with 50, 60 people from the NHS. And I'm telling them, you know, just play these ayat, read these things. And wallahi, I give them some CDs and everything. And these workers, non-Muslims, I speak to them 3-4 hours, twice a week, wherever. And when they play these CDs for these people who sit in the Pagalu in that mental hospital, it's like, they just chilled out. Oh, I like this. Who is this Imam? Oh, that's Imam Imran reading. Oh, I like it. Play it more. Well, it's amazing, wallah. It's amazing, wallah, how you can do so many things. Where were we? Istikhara. Yeah, so you don't have to be looking for, oh, when you wake up, you're going to find a nice rose under your pillow, or no roses today, what am I supposed to do? No, wallahi, it doesn't work like this. Put your trust in Rabbul Alameen, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will make it easy. How are you inspired towards Islam? Well, this kalam is nice kalam. This kalam is like, I was 11 years old, and then my father was a Hindu, and then he got shot in his head by bandits. Can you imagine a bandit shooting my father? Alhamdulillah. He was Hindu then, and then he was blind for 2, 3, 4 years, and he was epileptic. Epileptic means you have because your brain damaged, the bullet damaged the optic center of the brain, so that's the brains, and the bullet grazed the brains, so he couldn't see well, and he was epileptic. And then when he got well, then the people came and say, you gotta take Islam. You need to take Islam. And then he took Islam, alhamdulillah, and we took Islam, alhamdulillah. What is this Sufi and how is it bad? Sufism is where you deviate from the ways of dhikr, and you have this way of how you do, like, you know, you light candles. And well, before I went to Medina, we used to attend these circles as well. So you sing some chants and you sing some really sweet chants, and you shake and you just shake and you switch off the lights, you cover up with some sheets. There are many forms, many formats. part of Sufism is like you say to Rabbi, so they make you say this dhikr, subhanallah, subhanallah, subhanallah,